Hi, I'm Liz Schrum of the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBiz.com, the show, brought to you by Grant Thornton, Whitehurst Dudek, and Madison Gas and Electric. On today's show, Tom Still, in his commentary, talks about the business case for sustainability. And Lee Edwards, CEO of Virent Energy Systems, talks about alternative energy sources in Virent's recent investment round. I'll be right back with the WisBiz.com stock report for early July 2010.
What has made Grant Thornton one of the largest accounting organizations in the world, with resources in more than 100 countries worldwide? Is it their global capabilities, or is it their passion for how they serve their clients? Grant Thornton.
And now, here's the WisBiz.com stock report for early July 2010. Rising, Tim Sullivan, the CEO and president of mining equipment maker Bucyrus International, gets kudos for his public leadership in overturning a U.S. export-import bank decision that endangered some 1,000 company jobs. Now he's vowing to go to D.C. to change what he says has become a politicized decision-making process. And falling, Great Lakes, the warning signs over the invasive Asian carp and the havoc it may cause to Great Lakes fisheries increases as a 19-pound fish is discovered near the Lake Michigan shore. That's well above the barriers designed to keep the carp out of the Great Lakes system. The development excites a bipartisan array of politicians, but one industry group says the alarm is unwarranted. The group called Unlock Our Jobs says closure of locks would be a drastic, premature measure. That's a WisBiz.com stock report. Go to WisBiz.com for more on these and other stories. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
Site Selection magazine will never compete for space on American coffee tables with Sports Illustrated or TV Guide, but it's read by thousands of CEOs, corporate real estate executives, and facility planners who decide where to locate or expand businesses. The magazine's July edition ranked Wisconsin 9th among all states under a set of sustainability criteria, a performance that may catch the eyes of some savvy expansion planners. Criteria tracked by the magazine include private sector green energy projects, buildings constructed according to nationally recognized environmental standards, renewable energy generation, green incentives for businesses, federal brownfield cleanup funding, and more. Wisconsin ranked no lower than 24th in any of the magazine's 8 categories and as high as 7th, which resulted in a number 9 ranking among the 50 states. California, Washington, and Oregon held down the top 3 spots. 3 other upper Midwest states, Minnesota, Michigan, and Illinois, joined Wisconsin in the top 10. So why did Wisconsin crack the top 10? Targeted state government programs, such as the new Green to Gold Revolving Loan Fund, are part of the answer. But the rankings also demonstrate how Wisconsin businesses are charting their own course. Independent groups such as the Wisconsin Manufacturing and Extension Partnership are helping manufacturers improve sustainability through exposure to products and processes that enhance energy efficiency, reduce consumption, and generally cut waste. Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce, the state's largest business group, includes a separate sustainability category in its Manufacturer of the Year awards, and also works to connect businesses with green resources. Core Wisconsin industries, such as foundries, are working to reduce their energy costs and to stay ahead of regulatory changes that will reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Some of Wisconsin's largest companies are increasingly driven by the chance to capture parts of the sustainability market. Johnson Controls has announced it will add 17,000 energy-related jobs in coming years to meet the demand for energy-efficient buildings. That's a 30% boost in its worldwide workforce. Finally, Wisconsin is building small clusters of industries around alternative energy, from wind to solar to advanced biofuels. In short, many Wisconsin businesses are embracing sustainability, if for no other reason than to control energy costs and to avoid regulatory pitfalls. As the site selection rankings show, Wisconsin is getting a few things right, and maybe that's reason enough for corporate decision makers elsewhere to consider expanding in a state where sustainability is more than a green buzzword. It's a bottom line issue.
Thanks, Tom. I'm back with Lee Edwards, CEO of Virent Energy Systems. Thanks for joining us, Lee.
Thank you for having me.
The Gulf oil spill has stepped up public calls for alternative energy sources, particularly for transportation fuels. How close is the advanced biofuel sector in general to producing fuels on a level that would begin to reduce our reliance on oil?
Well, that tragedy in the Gulf does give us a great opportunity to really push the agenda to show that we do need to come up with alternatives to crude oil for a variety of reasons. The environment, not to mention the opportunities for having secure local sources of energy. And what we're trying to do at Virent in the advanced biofuel section is come up with credible, high-quality products, exactly like those that come from crude oil, but generate them from renewable feedstocks and biomass like corn, sugar beets, and other agricultural residue products to help reduce our dependency on crude oil, as well as create new jobs in the local environment.
Now, let's get specific about Virent's ability to scale up its production. You produce advanced biofuels that can replace gasoline, even running through the same gasoline pumps we use today. How many gallons per year do you plan to produce 5 years from now?
Well, that's our big challenge and our big opportunity. Today, we've got our pilot facility here in Madison that's up and running with roughly a capacity of about 10,000 gallons a year. Our next scale challenge is to go commercial, which will be tens of millions of gallons per year. And within 5 years, our goal is to have at least 20 million gallons of capacity operational in the United States.
Investors have repeatedly demonstrated their confidence in Virent. Last month, a $46.4 million private investment round was announced. Who are your key investors and why?
Virent is very pleased with our most recent round of investors. We've raised $46 million in our third round of equity financing. This round was led by a significant investment by Royal Dutch Shell, who has been a long-term supporter of our technology. We also had a great participation from 100% of our existing investor base, which included venture investors, a Madison-based venture capital firm, as well as the Erdman family, who have been with us since the very beginning of the company's history.
Thanks, Lee, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBiz.com, The Show. The show is produced by WisBiz.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by Grant Thornton, Whitehurst Dudek, and MG&E. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum. See you next time.